Hello, honors algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and it's going to be a real quick video. We're just going to do one problem recapping what we've been doing recently. Notice the use of alliteration, parallel, perpendicular, and point slope form. All right, so I gave you these 2 points. First thing I want you to do is write a linear equation of the line that goes through those 2 points. All right, so the first thing will be to find the slope. Yeah, we always got to find the slope first. All right, so let's find the slope. And remember, we subtract our y's, and we subtract our x's, and then we end up with 6 over, sorry about that, 6 over 2, which is 3. Okay, and remember the y's rise to the top. Remember the whole x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, right? Little review. Subtract our y's, subtract our x's, y's rise to the top. And notice we had to be consistent. I chose to start with 12 minus 6. Therefore, in the denominator, I must do 5 minus 3. And that's looking less and less like 5 minus 3. So let me just erase it and rewrite it so you can tell what it says. There we go. All right, so the slope is 3. Now, if I'm going to write this equation, I could go and find the y-intercept by plugging in x, y, and m and solve for b. But now that we know this point slope form thing, I could go y minus 6, the y coordinate. I could have used 12, but the 6 and 3 look smaller. 3 times the quantity of x minus 3. Now technically, I have written a linear equation. It's in point slope form. I could be done. If the directions on the test or the midterm or whatever say, in slope-intercept form, well, I'll have to convert this, or I could have done it the way where I fill in for y, m, x, and then I solve for b, right? So I would have gone 6 equals m is 3, x is 3, okay? And I would solve for b, and then once I do that, I'd have to rewrite the equation. I'll do it both ways here. This will be 9, so I think b is going to equal negative 3. And so my equation should be y equals 3x minus 3. Now, I'm going to do it here point slope form just to show you that the 2 ways to get to the same place, and you are free to choose the way that works best for you unless the directions specifically specify which way you need to do it. All right, so I'm going to add 6 to each side. And in doing so, I will end up with the equation y equals 3x minus 3. So you see we get the same thing. Sometimes the point slope form is a smarter way to go. Sometimes the slope intercept form is a smarter way to go. You decide which is which unless they tell you. All right, so now that is the equation in point slope form, or the original equation in slope intercept form, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this work only because it's in my way for what I want to do next. And now I'm going to do part B. I'm going to find the line, the equation of a parallel line. So if the line is parallel, that means the slope must be the same. So the slope is 3 or 3 over 1. Okay, and it's got to pass through this point, negative 9, 1. Well, I think I'm going to go point slope form, so I'm going to go y minus 1 equals 3 times the quantity of x plus 9, right? Okay, I'm going to distribute that 3. Y minus 1 is going to equal 3x plus 27. And then adding 1 to both sides will give me 3x plus 28. This line, this blue equation, produces a parallel line to this green equation, but it passes through this point. Okay, this one will not pass through that point. That one will. All right, so now I have to do the perpendicular one. Oop, looks like I missed something to erase down here. And so my perpendicular one is done very similarly. I need the perpendicular slope, which is going to be the negative reciprocal. And so now I can go y minus 1, which equals negative 1/3, times the quantity of x plus 9. All right, y minus 1 equals negative 1/3 x minus 3. And then we're going to get y equals negative 1/3 x minus 2. I think that's right. Yeah, just a quick check. So there's my perpendicular line. So I've done all 3. Now again, I could have done it point slope form. I could have said, well, let's see, y was 1, I'm doing y equals mx plus b, excuse me, slope-intercept form. Negative 1/3 times negative 9 plus b, multiplying here would yield 1 equals 3 plus b. Solving for b will get me negative 2. So now I know my slope is negative 1/3, and I know my y-intercept is negative 2, and if I write that equation, certainly I'll get this. Okay, so that's it for the video. Just trying to keep you sharp. Let me know in an email or in class if there's a specific topic you want me to review. Vertical motion, quadratic formula, graphing inequalities, something specific you would like to see that you're rusty on. And I will start making the review videos for next week's final. We're really out of new topics, and this is awesome. You guys have worked very hard recently, and so we're able to start reviewing several days ahead of time. So let me know if there's something you'd like to review. All right, that's it for the video. Mr. Laurence signing off. Good night, everybody.